Everybody, JayC here, and welcome to another live stream edition. Sorry, I was running a little bit late today, but we are here. However, I do want to just little warning. Some severe weather is supposed to be moving through the area right about now with high winds and things like that. So if the live stream cuts out all of a sudden, it's probably because either I lost power or internet. Right now, I'm not hearing anything outside, so I think we're good. But just in case, just to let you know, some severe weather is supposed to come through this area, and I could lose power or internet, and that would obviously end the live stream prematurely. Thanks, KJ. Yeah, I'm not too worried about safety. I just, in case, like I said, if power were to go out or something, my internet would go down, and then the live stream would just cut off. And I don't want you guys going, well, what happened? Where'd it go? So let us see who is in the house. Quinn's Comics is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Mr. All Mine is here. Michael, of course, is in the house. Another regular. Toymaster 54. Double D. Everett is in the house. What's up? Carlos. Blade Runner. Jerry. Jerry's ready to talk some Moon Knight. We'll talk a little Moon Knight towards the end of the stream, so anyone who hasn't seen it can go on and tune out so we don't spoil anything. I watched it last night, so. But I've got a couple of packages that arrived here. I've got this one from Big Bad Toy Store that came in, and then this one came from Target, so I thought we'd open those up tonight. We can talk a little Marvel Legends, and Super 7 actually just teased, pop over here, right like seconds before going live. Super 7 teased this image, which at first I wasn't sure what this was, but then I saw the little copyright down here. It said Hasbro and Power Rangers, so they must be getting ready to reveal next week the next round of Power Ranger Ultimate figures. So I'll have to do some digging, see what I can find out. I'm guessing probably will go up for pre-order Tuesday or Wednesday. But just kind of sharing that breaking news as it happens. KJ, has Super 7 announced when the next wave of Turtles will ship? I don't think I've got any shipping updates on Turtles. Turtles always seem to be the stuff that they get out the most, the quickest. Does anybody think we will get Marvel Legends God of Thunder, an updated 12 that came out in 2012 for the I don't know if we'll get that version. We'll definitely get some Thor figures, but I don't know if we'll get an updated version of. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, I think that's Zed. I think you're right. Zed's arm. I don't know what it is he's holding. I'm not a Power Rangers expert, so I don't know what he's holding in his hand in that teaser. But Neil says if we're going strictly based on what happened, Super 7 has revealed that they have a very robust action figure line. However, if you go by what they actually have in collectors' hands, not so much. Yeah. But I will tell you, in fact, we'll even segue. So as I said, I got this box from Big Bad Toy Store. It just arrived today. And I think think the Thundercat Ultimates, was it Wave 3, I think, with the Monkeyan, I believe is in this box. I say this box is heavier than I would have thought it was. I got a couple things coming from Big Bad Toy Store, so that's why I say think. Like, it had been a while since I got any like in stock emails from Big Bad Toy Store, and then all of a sudden this past week I've gotten like 4 or 5. So yep, so Monkeyan, this is the one I think from this wave I'm most excited for. So I have the Mattel one already, but I figured why not go on and get this one. I think is better size. The Mattel one was way too tall. Pumra. And Snowman of Hook Mountain. So I got a couple Transformers that are coming. Perceptor and Blaster, I think, should be here soon. And I got email saying that the Black Series Fennec figure should be coming into stock very soon, but that one hasn't actually arrived yet. And then I believe I got an email saying my 20th anniversary Captain America figure had come into stock. So I'm not going to open all of these here tonight, but I am going to open the one I've been looking forward to the most from this wave, which is Monkeyan. Mr. Boa says he took a look at its. I took a look at, oh yeah, Lord Zed, yeah, for the Power Rangers, yeah, I think you're right. So get this little outer wrapping. Neil, were these freebies or did I pay for these? These I paid for. I don't get too many freebies. Yeah, everything I'm opening tonight, I paid for out of my pocket. So, Monkey in here. Definitely looks pretty nice there. Some nice artwork on the back. Of course, I'm going to be opening this, so I don't really care that much about the packaging. Now I have, over in the review station, I set up a few other Thundercats, so I'm going to we'll open up the Monkey in here, and then we'll toss them over to the review station and take a little closer look here. Shin says, Lord Zed is holding the bomb to make the monsters giant size. Yeah, I did not know that. I know what you're talking about as in regards to the monsters, but I didn't know how they actually became, monsters in Lord size. Because again, I do not In fact, I am not a huge Power Ranger fan. Not only do I not collect them, I've just never really been into Power Rangers. Power Rangers kind of caught on in this country when I was at a point where I was kind of in between that stage where I bought toys as like a kid to play with and then started collecting them. So I just never really got into the Power Ranger stuff. So looking pretty sweet there. I like I like how they have I like the shield. You know, he would fire stuff out of his shield out of the mouth there. Got two heads. And then his main signature weapon, the mace. And then a couple pairs of hands here. So let me yeah, the Mumra's and the Mumra I have is the Mattel one, but yeah, he is definitely short. But I mean, he's the mummified Mumra. You know, he's kind of a shriveled up little dude. Yeah. Did I order Silverhawk? I have not. Silverhawks is another one that I never really got into. And honestly, if I was gonna get Silverhawks, I think I would actually look at those Raymond toy ones. Those to me actually look better than the Super 7 ones. They're more expensive, but I feel like they kind of, I like that metallic look that the Raymond toy ones have over the Super 7 ones. Do I think Super 7 is having financial issues due to Ultimates? No, I don't think they're having financial issues. At least nothing I've ever heard that would suggest that they do. Yeah, Jatara got delayed, so I don't know when we're gonna get Jatara, which sucks because like she was the Thundercat that I was looking most forward to. All right, I'm gonna hop over here back to the review station. You guys can get a better look. So, get this one with the open mouth. Whoops. Knocked over a light here. We got, and then the one with the closed mouth. I think I like the one with the closed mouth better than the open mouth. But he's got a nice size to him, though. I can't, looks like, zoom in a little bit here. So he's pretty close to the same height as Jackalman, which I think is pretty accurate to what I remember in the cartoon. Now this is a Mattel figure. I did not get the Super 7 Jackalman. Same with Mumra here. These are both the Mattel ones. And then Slythe here is the Super 7 one. So let's get his weapons. He's only got single hinged elbows, but that's in keeping with the other figures. Thinking one of the other hands are probably better. I'm not gonna fool with the shield tonight. I wish they had some way of making it so like you could shoot things out of the mouth there, like in the cartoon. I don't know that's how doable that would have been, but I'm gonna go and flip his head because I'm definitely not really digging the open mouth. Yeah, I think I definitely like that closed mouth better than the open mouth. So yeah, coming together. I need, Mumra in his, regular form, but it's good to have the three, the original three mutants together. Now I just need Vulture Man. Vulture Man was probably one of my favorite mutants from the cartoon, so yeah, that next wave, he's in the next wave, which I've seen some people already have in hand. I don't know if those were just like influencers that got early samples, but yeah, I'm hoping that wave ships. Big Bad Toy Store gets that wave in pretty soon and ships it. What wave four is this wave, or I get them mixed up because they released them in out of order and everything. I don't consider myself an influencer because I just didn't give you the information about the stuff. It's up to you whether you want to buy it or not. I also don't do a lot of reviews these days, so I am not. I don't know if you're telling me, but I'm not joining TikTok. I'm an old fogey, and TikTok. I draw the line at TikTok. I did see that. I did. So hopefully that means like Big Bad Toy Store is going to get theirs in soon. Di- are we talking Marvel? If you're talking about the Destroyer, Diamond's already done a Destroyer. It's actually a pretty good figure. If you can find it, I'd recommend getting it. I did. I did get I got it from. Yeah, I got it from Big Bad Toy Store, but I did. I did. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I did get one. I didn't get the turtle van, but I did get the tank. Neil Hill pulling in Will Smith. Yeah, they're 7 inch, so unfortunately they're not going to scale well with 6 inch figures. But oh man, I mean, I've seen nothing but people posting stuff about that all week. I didn't even want to watch that thing, and then I turned on the news so I could try and find out the latest happenings with what was going on over in Ukraine. And there it was on the news. So at that point, I just ended up watching the. Yeah, I didn't watch the Oscars, and I still, I have no intention of. I don't like. I think those awards shows are stupid. I don't want to get off on all that though, because my guess is most of you probably have had your fill of Will Smith and Chris Rock. I I I don't have the Mattel Batmobile, but I think it would. I mean, the Mattel Batcave is just a mat as far as where the Batmobile goes. So yeah, I think it would probably work. Tomorrow, I think we'll see the animated series Toka and Razar. I don't know what else. Maybe the four pack. I'm thinking maybe they're gonna wait until the last week for the four pack. So I think probably tomorrow the main turtle thing is going to be the Toka, the animated series Toka and Razar two pack. John, regardless of this week's events, I think we said goodbye to Deadshot, the Will Smith Deadshot, a long time ago. Well, since you guys have brought up Holothon, let's open up. That's a good segue for my second box, which came from Target. Yeah, I'm thinking Demona for the Gargoyles line will go up tomorrow. Maybe the Bronx figure. Probably the from the boys, the Black Noir figure. That will probably go up tomorrow as well. But so from last week's Holothon, this is my first Holothon purchase, my only Holothon purchase so far. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything else, but I did decide to go on and get this one, the Robot, Rocksteady, and Bebop. So I'm debating on whether I want to get that animated series Token Razar. I might. I mean, they only appeared in like one episode, but I feel like I might end up getting those. Is Mezco doing Robert Pattinson Batman? Yes. They it went up for pre-order 2 weeks ago, I think. But yes, they're definitely doing a 112 scale Batman figure. I mean, I've not heard anything recent on those turtle crates. They said, what is it, 2 months ago now, that the two figures had come into the warehouses, but then there's been nothing. The only thing I can think of is, one of the issues is with all that stuff is not only is it getting the stuff from from overseas to here in the US, but then it's having enough manpower for people to get all the stuff off the ships to the warehouses and then shipped out to the distribution centers. So I don't know if those are just sitting somewhere at a warehouse and they're waiting for somebody to, grab them and throw them on a truck. That would be my best guess, but Loot Crate themselves has not given any updates since that one they gave a couple months ago. So I could reach out to them, but my guess is when they have something to let people know, they will just post it up on their social media. So I mean, I eventually will get them. I just when I have no idea. KJ says they fell off the truck. I hope not. What's up, John from Ireland? Picking up the Cobra Viper. Oh, you got that. I'd seen, those in-demand toys had gotten some of those in. I don't know how many places overseas. If you take pictures of them, uh, feel free to hit me up and we'll post them up on TNI, assuming you're opening them. But yeah, those the what is it? The Python Patrol, Bat and Viper and the Outback figure have started to hit overseas. So I don't know when Target's gonna get those in, but hopefully it'll be soon. Well, no, we know they made it here because in their last update they said they were here. So we know they didn't fall off the ship. They could have fallen off a truck, but they didn't fall off a ship. So tomorrow, Friday, I think we are going to get that Moon Knight Marvel Legends Disney Plus Moon Knight reveal. So keep an eye out for that. Probably, I'm gonna say probably around 1ish. That's usually when those types of reveals get made. Could be a little sooner. I'm not. I don't know, but late morning, early afternoon. So, but I am based on past Disney Plus shows. Plus, one of the Hasbro guys, Dan Young, I think it was, threw out a little teaser like suggesting that we might get a Marvel Legend reveal tomorrow. So I'm thinking that's going to be the Disney Plus Moon Knight, part of the next wave. Whether it goes up for pre-order tomorrow or not, I don't know. I was trying to find that out, but I haven't as of at this very moment. So, they're kind of piecemealing the wave. The Hawkeye and the Kate Bishop figure are already up for pre-order. So I would assume once they reveal the figure, it will go up for pre-order pretty soon. But if it is, I don't know at this point whether it'll actually be tomorrow or not. But I do expect that reveal to be probably a digital render. But I do expect to get our first look. I'm gonna guess that it's probably based on the regular suit. But I don't know that for 100% sure. But that would be my best guess. Ryan says, love the show. Keep up the good work. What are your thoughts on the 112 garage? I back the 112 scale van, but they have a 112 Batman Beyond. Okay, you kind of lost me. What garage or van are we? I don't remember any 112. If you're talking about Mezco, Jerry thinks Moon Knight's the best MC. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I feel like there's nothing in the first episode that would give us enough to really know that one way or the other. But I still we'll wait a little bit longer before we really start talking Moon Knight. Everett says he hopes we get classic Hawkeye, Black Panther, and Ant-Man, Wasp, and Vision. Well, we've gotten all of those in the Marvel Legend line fairly recently, Everett. Exotic card. Yeah, I don't know. I, I definitely don't see them doing Kazar. Maybe around the time of Black Panther, assuming they don't just re-release an old Black. I mean, they've done Black Panther before, so whether we get a new one or what, I don't know. A lot of people were like all when they revealed that Moon Knight figure, that Diamond Select Toy Marvel Select Moon Knight figure. They're like, "Oh my God, that's so bad looking. How could they put out something like that?" And it's like, It's because it's a figure that they originally released 11 years ago. And they just put a new paint of coat up, or a new coat of paint on it. KJ, yes. As far as Marvel Legends go, the only Kazar that we've gotten is it was a San Diego Comic Con exclusive box set with his tiger, which I think, if I remember correctly, they just used one of the tigers from the G.I. Joe Sigma 6 line. That that recent He-Man figure, the not the Barbarian He-Man, but the one from the Revelation series. That one I think would make a pretty good Kazar custom. The Savage He-Man or whatever they call it. And we've not gotten Sheena in the line. So they already have a photorealistic head sculpt of Oscar Isaacs. They could use it for a Black Series Poe Dameron that fits what. So I don't know if you're saying they have. I mean, we don't know if like the Moon Knight figure is going to have an unmasked head. If that's what you mean. Obviously, we have the Oscar Isaac head sculpts from the Poe Dameron Black Series figures, but those I don't think those were using the photoreal technology. And as far as likeness, I mean, I imagine they could do Poe Dameron or Oscar Isaac's face. I doubt that would be difficult for Hasbro to do as far as likeness rights go. But technically, it's probably just because they were able to do it for a Star Wars figure, they still would probably have to go through all the red tape or whatever is required to get those likeness rights to do a Marvel figure. Because I would imagine they're probably two different things, but. Yeah, Shayna the She Devil, how you say it, I think. But yeah, Kazar's wife. Yeah, that that might be a hard one for them to do. I don't know. If they did her, it would probably be like a Comic Con exclusive. Is Mafex making a Robert? Not that they've announced yet, but I certainly could see them doing one down the road. No, neither Hasbro or Toy Biz have ever done a Conan the Barbarian figure. You have to go to either Super 7 or Mezco if you want a Conan figure right now. And obviously, those were Conan. The ones those companies did weren't from Marvel. So I don't know. Conan may be one of those, even though he's been in Marvel books, comics, that they don't necessarily have the rights to do under the Marvel license. I don't know that for sure. They've maybe have talked about that before. I don't remember, but I could see Conan not necessarily falling under Hasbro's purview to do just because they have the Marvel license. I know what line you're talking about. I don't remember them doing Conan, but Yeah, they started doing those independent characters, but I don't remember Conan off the top of my head. I don't know if you guys saw that Hot Toys was teasing No Way Home Electro figure this week. I did. We posted about it on Jedi Insider. But yeah, Obi-Wan, they shifted the release date from Wednesday to Friday. So May 27th is when Obi-Wan is now going to premiere, and then they're going to start off with 2 episodes, which I think they should have done with Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight they should have started with 2 episodes. Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah, I am starting to remember that Conan figure a little bit in the 2 pack. Yeah. But that's technically that wasn't Marvel Legend. That was the line Toy Biz tried to do after they lost the or I don't know if lost, but is the right word, but where they sold the license off to Hasbro, or let Hasbro basically take over the license. Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath on a Dune Wave 2. First of all, those figures seem to kind of warm the pegs at like Target. They did not seem to move too well. But McFarlane just doesn't seem, he does like one movie wave usually. Um, Maybe if he does a second wave, usually it's mostly just like variants, but he doesn't seem keen on doing like a lot of different movie waves. I think he like has to do certain movies, from Warner Brothers as part of his deal, for getting the DC license. But I don't think he doesn't seem too keen on doing movie figures. So I feel like he's obligated to do like one wave from a movie, but then he kind of just moves on. I couldn't tell you. I did not see those, so I have no idea. So yeah, we'll probably find out tomorrow when you see the actual figure. Though honestly, again, it'll probably be digital renders. But yeah, Marvel Legends Mephisto, and with all the figures that like Diamond Select Toys keeps reissuing, they should reissue their Mephisto figure. That was actually a pretty good figure. Vengeance. I had the Toy Biz Vengeance. I can't remember. Did Hasbro do a Vengeance? Well, yeah, they were, but that's because I mean those legendary comic figures were, if I remember correctly, were basically Marvel Legends. It's just so they continued what they were doing with Marvel only with these other licenses, whereas Hasbro, when they took over the license, kind of didn't really know what they were doing, and so it took them a little while to get their act together. So, but yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, well, I got a notice from Big Bad Toy Store saying that my Fennec figure that I have on pre-order was going to be coming into stock soon. I've not gotten anything about the deluxe Boba Fett figure, so I don't know when he's going to show up. And I haven't, that was actually like last week I got that email, and I have not yet gotten an email saying like Fennec has arrived. So No, I did not. These Thundercat figures are the only Super 7 figures that I own. McFarlane had said he was going to revisit old lines like Movie Maniacs, Twisted Land of Oz, Harry Potter. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he still has the Harry Potter license. Same thing with like, I mean, a lot of those characters from the Movie Maniacs line, you know, that would depend on, whether he has the ability to get, other companies are doing a lot of those horror characters. So I don't know how much he has access to there. Same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it's not like, and I mean, the new Dumbledore movie's coming out, and he's not doing anything for that. So I didn't think so. If Hasbro ever does like a Ghost Riders retro line, retro cardback line, then I could see them doing Vengeance at that point. Oh, you are correct. However, I will say that figure was actually sent to me by Entertainment Earth, so that was one of the rare figures that I did not buy myself. But yes, and that is the only turtle figure from Super 7 that I have. But yes, I do have that one. Yeah, I mean somebody will probably do new Dune figures when that movie comes out. I agree. Whether it's McFarlane, whether he'll still have the license or what, I don't know. But yeah, I would, not a second Dune wave of Dune 1 figures, but definitely somebody will likely do something for the next movie. And I don't remember, I don't even have they even announced a release date for the second Dune? I don't remember. I got to be honest, I fell asleep by the end of that movie. I'd fallen asleep. Now, granted, I was kind of tired. It was, long day when I decided to watch that movie, but I actually fell asleep. Everett says he's going to be starting a YouTube channel. Awesome, man. Good luck with it. Silver Surfer 76 says to Everett, share the link when you get it going. Which, yeah, feel free to share it here in a future live stream when you got it up. I assume it's going to be about action figures, but maybe not. KJ says, great movie, boring figures. I don't know why. I just never really got, even the original Dune movie. I, I watched it, like, I didn't see it in the theater when it originally came out. So I watched it later when it came out on cable or something. But I never really found that movie to be too interesting. But I actually thought the original was better than the new movie. But I was also like a little perturbed with how they ended the movie. I was like, what? That's it? What's? Of course, again, I kind of fallen asleep, so I was a little shocked. Michael says his birthday's in 1 week from this Saturday. Well, happy early birthday, my friend. Remind us next week, and we'll sing you happy birthday, or I'll sing you happy birthday. Now, you don't want me singing you happy birthday. I can't sing worth a shit. Carlos says, might be off topic, but I wanted to share and say I bought the Batman McFarlane figure and it had a issue either with the cow. You're saying it did or didn't? I know there were some issues with that figure. I think it was the director's cut, if I remember correctly. Like the thing I remember the most about the original Dune movie was like I want to say that was like Patrick Stewart's first major role because I remember watching it. It was like, oh, that's Captain Picard. What's he doing in this? I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did Dune before he did Star Trek. Nice. I haven't seen the first Sonic movie, so did you try reaching out to McFarlane Toys themselves? I don't know if they would be able to do anything for you, but I might try, reaching out to them and see if they can send you a corrected version. Because I know that was like a running, you're not the only one that's had that issue. So, not yet, Toy Bandit. We talked a little bit about Marvel Legend Moon Knight, but which I think we're going to get revealed tomorrow, but we haven't gotten into the show itself. I haven't seen that, but 3M says Best Buy has Tiger on sale for 14 online or at physical stores. Neil says bite my tongue. First Dune is amazing. I hear the books are actually the best thing. Like if, and I haven't read them, but I've heard from a few people. Hopefully, you will hear something soon. Wasn't that Sean Connery in Excalibur? Patrick Stewart showed up in Robin Hood Men in Tights, but I don't remember him in Excalibur. Rashid says his McFarlane Reverse Flash and Unmasked Red Hood finally showed. Nice. I got my Reverse Flash several weeks ago. I got my this week I got a Swamp Thing and then hopefully caught my review of the Clayface, so that ended up showing up this week as well. I got those off of GameStop. So I remember we talked about that last week and they didn't ship together, but Clayface showed up a few days later. No, nothing since last time we talked about Indiana Jones, so I don't really expect anything until probably around July timeframe. Bean has watched them all and read them all, but just not his cup of tea. You guys, you guys are killing me with the Will Smith figure. Thanks, Toy Bandit. It's not a bad figure. I mean, the detail on that Clayface is probably the nicest out of any of the Clayface figures I have. As I said in the review, that rubber midsection worries me a little bit, but the overall detail on that figure is definitely pretty nice. Has Chris Rock ever had an action figure? I don't think so. What's up, Nestor? Better late than never. Three. Well, yeah. I mean, Patrick Stewart. Or the first time I recall seeing Patrick Stewart was definitely Star Trek: The Next Generation. I think I maybe saw him in Dune because I'd have to go back and double check, but I'm almost sure Dune came out before Star Trek: The Next Generation. But I didn't remember him in Dune until after Star Trek: The Next Generation came out, and then later went back and watched Dune again, like and it was like, oh, what's Captain Picard doing in Dune? But as far as my first introduction to Star Trek, I used to watch the original series in rerun, mind you. But before Star Trek, the next when I was a little kid, Star Trek, the original series would run in syndication. The reruns would run in syndication and come on Sunday mornings, and I'd watch it. And that was how I got into Star Trek. Neil says the McFarlane Reverse Flash is cool. Yeah, that was a pretty good figure. I mean, it's in large part, very similar to the Flash figure, but yeah, I like it. Same effect pieces and everything, only red, but all right. I assume you mean Doc Samson from Marvel. Yeah, that's a character we definitely have not gotten from anybody, at least in 6-inch form. So I could go for a Doc Samson to go along with my X Factor team. For what? Regular comics? Probably eventually. He's definitely doing, based on rumored lists, doing a 66 Batman Mr. Freeze. No, not the Batman, not the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze. I don't see that happening. Jerry says there's a Chris Rock Madagascar figure. I didn't get the game version. I got the comic book one. What's up, Aladdin? I don't even remember Life Force. I remember the name is familiar, but I don't remember the movie. There are smaller scale versions of Doc Samson, but no one's ever done a 6-inch. KJ, do I collect Lego? Not on any kind of regular basis. a Doc Samson from the Fing Fang Boomway? Are you sure? I don't remember that. Now, now you've now I gotta look that up because oh, what do you know? There was. Damn. So, I I actually do not have any of the figures from this wave. I had kind of bowed out of Marvel Legends for a little while here, and I did not get these. So that's probably why I forgot about them. Which the Fing Fang Foom was pretty cool, but yeah, I forgot all about that. All right, well, we're getting towards the end, so I guess we can talk some Moon Knight spoilers. So if you haven't seen this week's episode, you might want to tune out now. Um, but I got to be honest, there really isn't a whole, in my opinion, there really wasn't a whole lot to spoil from the episode, because frankly, not a whole lot happened. Um, I'm not saying the series is bad in any way. It definitely looks like it's going to be interesting, but I hate when like I always they do these shows like a streaming show, which originally when streaming shows were done, we got all the episodes at once. Thanks to Netflix, the first one to establish a streaming show, and essentially where the whole season is done kind of as one big episode, but they would put all the episodes out at the same time. However, nowadays, a lot of places don't do that anymore. They just put out one episode a week. So I feel like if you're going to do one episode a week, you've got to learn to make your episodes a little more individualized, um, or put them all out at the same time. I mean, I could try and wait until all of them air, but I'd have to stay offline the entire time because any kind of major spoiler, pops up on the internet. So me waiting until like the whole season airs and then watching it all at one time is not terribly feasible if I don't want it spoiled. So I always feel like, especially with the Disney shows, that they really either should put them out all the time, all at the same time. And I understand from their side why they don't do that, because they want people tuning in to their streaming service every week. So I get that, but I feel like if you're gonna do one a week episodes, then you should try and individualize them a little bit. You can have a thread that kind of carries over from each episode, but you know, just the part. I mean, like I said, last night, just a whole lot really didn't. The whole episode was dedicated to him having those blackouts, and then and I get it with the whole personality, but like my wife was like, who's not familiar with Moon Knight, and she watches these shows with me, and she was like, "What just happened?" And I had to give some background on Moon Knight, so she kind of understood. But she was like totally confused, and she was basically like, "I'll give it one more episode, but if I'm as confused after the second episode, I'm probably done with this series." So I don't know. And I've seen people go, "Oh man, this is the best." I mean, and I'm like, really? Did you watch something I didn't? Because I really, just didn't see enough to be able to really say one way or the other. Now, one thing I found, like, like one thing I thought was interesting was when he ended up in that town or wherever it was that had the big palace. Was that supposed to be like La Travera, where Doctor Doom hangs out? That was kind of my first impression. I don't know, but and then like in that cupcake truck, there was the box that said Von Doom. I hope Doctor Doom isn't making cupcakes, but Jerry says he thought it had a theatrical movie vibe of all the MCU. I mean, yeah, and again, there wasn't anything like I disliked about it. I just felt like not enough happened in the episode to really get excited about it. I mean, I'll definitely be tuning in next week to see the next episode, but I just I I felt like, and I knew at the end, I knew he was going to end up, turning into Moon Knight. Now, I do think that's kind of weird how like the suit just kind of comes over him. Like in the comics, his suit doesn't have special ability. It's just a suit that he puts on. And like, are we gonna see? Moon Knight has that, or at least he used to. He had that. He's got the moon jet, which was like a big giant flying crescent. So I wonder if like that's gonna pop up. And now it has been a while since I've read any of the Moon Knight comics, but isn't there three personalities? Doesn't he have three different personalities? It's not just two. I couldn't remember for sure, but I thought he had a third one. The truck didn't say Von Doom, but there was a box in the truck that had, it looked like Von Doom's name on it, that was kind of like behind him when he was driving. But no, on the outside of the truck, there wasn't anything that said Von Doom. And I'm also not really familiar with the bad guy in this movie. So the Ethan Hawke character, I'm not really familiar with him, so I don't know a lot about him. I've seen one of the video, the preview clips that they released where like he seems to have magic powers where he like conjures up some creature out of the ground, but take it easy, Silver Surfer. Thanks for checking in tonight, man. Always appreciated. Oh, he's got four now. Yeah, and we know Mr. Knight's going to be in the series because we've seen him on the posters and stuff. But I thought Mark Spector was the. I thought he was rich and also the mercenary. RC says, I wish Hasbro would announce No Way Home fig. Well, I mean, they did basically in the last live stream tell us that they would be doing more characters from that movie. They just indicated it was going to be a while. So I think they've pretty much told us that they will be, but when and exactly how many or which ones, I mean, I'm sure we'll get both. I'm sure we will get all three versions of Spider-Man. We probably will get a Doc Ock at least at some point. Um, I don't know if we'll get Electro and Sandman and all those guys, but I think the three Spider-Man and Doc Ock and Green Goblin, I think we'll probably end up getting a Green Goblin figure. So if it, again, Sandman and Lizard and yeah, those two I don't know, but Electro, but Doc Ock, probably Green Goblin, and the two other Spider-Man, I would guess we'll get figures of eventually. But as I've said before, my even before Hasbro kind of indicated, my feeling is that the studio kept those a secret to the very last moment, not even letting Hasbro know because they didn't want it to leak out, even though most of that stuff was the worst kept secret on the internet. But still, I think they kept that stuff from Hasbro so that they couldn't even start to work on those figures until the movie came out, and it takes a year or so for them to do that. So, I think next year is when we'll see No Way Home figures, more No Way Home figures. That is. Oh, Steve Grant. You're right. You're right. Yeah, because Stephen Grant was kind of like a Bruce Wayne type character. I mean, a lot of people always compare Moon Knight to Batman, and there are a little bit of similarities between the two, but yeah, yeah. That I have no idea. They could do it as a wave. They could mix them in with other Spider-Man, just regular Spider-Man waves. They could do them as individual exclusives. I have no idea. Again, I think we're probably talking about stuff not coming out until next year. So that's just a little too far in advance for me to have any kind of intel. What did I have for lunch today? I had a chicken salad sandwich and a bowl of fruit. I'm on a healthy diet because I went to the doctor a couple weeks ago and apparently my blood pressure was up. So I've gotten rid of fried foods and as much unhealthy food as I possibly can from my diet. Quinn, I know, right? No, I'm not diabetic, but I definitely in the past year or two, I've put on too much weight. So the best way to lose weight is to eat healthy. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not diabetic, just high blood pressure, not diabetic. Yeah, if you're diabetic, and you eat too much fruit and fruits do have a type of sugar in it, then yeah, it can be bad. Not that I'm a doctor. Quinn says, just checked my floor and have some of the Batmans with both cows on. You should I don't know if you have any way, but like, can you contact somebody and say, hey, you have these defective figures and see what they tell you? I don't know if you're a distributor or what. I assume you get them probably through. I assume you don't get them directly from McFarlane, but you get them through a distributor. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that was I don't like watermelon, but like the fruit bowl that I had today had grapes, pineapple, and bananas. If they did a Spider-Man 3-pack, then it would probably almost definitely be some type of store exclusive, I would think. I won't say it's impossible, but there isn't anything they can do. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way as like a variant oddity. What's up, X? Glad you can make it today, my friend. Yes, bananas for potassium. Especially like I do a lot of running, so if you do long distance like marathons and stuff, bananas are definitely your friend. I don't like eating just straight up bananas though, so I always mix them up with other fruit. Everett's looking forward to Wolfman and the Mummy. Yeah, the Thor Ragnarok figures started to show up overseas. Dan Who's Reviews just posted one. We have it up on Marvelous News, so you can check it out. How would Moon Knight interact with other MCU characters? It's hard to say. I guess it depends on which personality. Since we haven't actually, I mean, we didn't really get a, I mean, we didn't really see Moon Knight that much. We saw him for 2 seconds in the bathroom there. He beat the crap out of whatever that Sphinx creature thing was, but we haven't actually seen Moon Knight in full control yet, so it's hard to say. Quinn says NECA's Frankenstein, Wolfman, Mummy have been great sellers. Awesome. Yeah, they people have definitely been digging those NECA Universal Monster figures. That and gargoyles are probably, I would say, probably outside of the turtles, are probably NECA's hottest action figure lines right now. John says it was Oscar Isaac's acting that saved the episode. Yeah, I thought he did a good job. He's a pretty good actor. I mean, I thought he was good as Poe Dameron. I thought even though even his role in Dune, I thought was decent. Yeah, the NECA Dracula figure looks pretty good. Teenage Zealot, yeah, definitely can be. I don't know if I haven't had as many issues with their more recent figures, but yeah, they definitely can be on the delicate side. Oh, did it? Hopefully, were you able to take it back or something? I assume you probably got it at Target, but what's up, John? Yeah, it's been pretty quiet on the D&D front, so I've not heard anything from any company recently on figures for those. Nor have I really heard any more news on the movies or such. So I know people are still waiting on somebody to do figures from the animated series. Yeah, I mean, I that's the thing with NECA. It's not like, oh, every figure that they do is here and there you get ones that just end up having issues or they're just very delicate. I don't have the Demona figure, so I can't say on that one, but I've definitely had some issues with NECA figures in the past. And almost every time with like a NECA figure, and this, there are other companies that are like this as well, but like I feel like you should just automatically like take a hair dryer to it and like loosen up all the joints before you start trying to move it at all. Divine. As far as like when it's shipping, no, I've not gotten any kind of shipping updates from like I have it on pre-order from Target, but I don't know when it's going to ship and I haven't heard anybody finding them in stores. I did get email from Mattel Creations this week. In fact, I think it's tomorrow or Saturday, I forget, but the Masters of the Universe Origins Sunman figure, the deluxe one that you was exclusive to Creations, has started to ship out. So I think yeah, tomorrow or Saturday is when mine's supposed to come. I've heard pretty bad things about the Morbius movie, so I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. If you go in with really low expectations, then you might have maybe a shot of coming out liking it. But like I've even seen some people say it's worse than like the Venom movie. All right, well, it's getting to be close to 8:30, so I think we are going to and Jerry says better than Venom 2. Yeah, I've a lot of like memes going around, saying he's in the worst DC movie and the worst Marvel movie. Morbius will definitely be one I wait till it comes out on home release. I'm definitely not going to go to the theater and watch that one, but I'll watch it when. I think probably the most interesting thing I want to know from that movie is how Michael Keaton is in that movie, since I assume Morbius is in the universe with the Venom takes place in. And Michael Keaton Vulture was in the Tom Holland regular MCU Marvel universe. So unless he somehow switched over, I'd be interested to know how he plays in that movie. But otherwise, I really don't have a strong interest in seeing that movie. But yeah, so it's about 8:30, so I think we're going to call it a wrap for tonight. But as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. I know it's been light on videos this week because it's just been a pretty slow news week overall, but I will have a news video up tomorrow, so hopefully we'll check that out. And then have a great weekend. I don't know how many wrestling fans out there are, but I guess WrestleMania is this weekend. Morbius. So everybody stay safe out there. And as always, guys, keep on collecting.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News Message Boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.